This is Tyler Oakes with Midwest Machinery, regional manager based out of our Morris location. Work directly with Morris, Alexandria, Wadena, and Elbow Lake locations. Today we're going to do a quick walk around of the 2680H high-speed disc. Been out a couple of years now, been a really nice tool for us, but just wanted to give a quick walk around of that. What are some of the areas to look at after using this fall? Last few falls have been a little tougher on some of our equipment, so just want to make sure we're getting a good walk around, look at it prior to putting it away or going into spring next year. So going to start up front on this unit. First off, with just a few safety features on this one, but 2680 up front has the hydraulic jack option. So take a look at that jack, just make sure everything is working fine there. That one in the field operating, it's all the way up. When we're jacked down, in this case, putting a block underneath it, it does have that large round diameter base at the bottom so it doesn't sink in, but adding that, making sure that safety chain is in good working operational shape there after the fall. Going to want to make sure that is working well, just in case for some odd reason that pin were to rattle out. We do have that safety chain there, just in case. While we are here as well, check our hydraulic fittings, ends, make sure everything's working. Another thing, we got our electrical outlet, so we know that our rear hazards, everything are working there if we're going down the road with that unit. Trace those hydraulic hoses. Again, we just want to make sure there aren't any leaks anywhere. Make sure we're not losing oil. We want to tighten up those fittings if anything is happening there. Walking around the machine just a little bit here, but on the outside edge here, you do have your deflector. That's going to keep the machine from overlapping or giving us a bunch up on one side. So that'll keep that dirt more level onto the side. When it's parked, it's in the up position just so it's not sitting in the ground, but would put that back down when we're running. Looking at it here, check out these tires, big singles floats on these, but we're holding some weight there. So just make sure we do have our bearings, everything are working good there. Air pressure on the tires, everything is in good working operation that way. Swinging around, taking a look at the discs. Now this is one of those areas that I would say is probably the most pertinent to take a look at on these discs. They are individual gang discs. They have rubber torsion elements on a square tube. So they are tightened down on those torsion elements. They give us 9 inches of travel when passing over an obstacle. So if we are hitting rocks, if we're in rougher ground that way, rocks, anything else that it's going to bounce over the top of, take a look here. Make sure they're not flipped over. Make sure these bolts aren't loose. Recommend each year after you do the first how many acres to take a look at these. Make sure everything's tight across that unit. But after fall, great time to go through it again. Make sure all those torsioning elements are good to go in there. They're in their right positions, and we have these units tight all the way across. On these discs, they are greaseless bearings, but take a look at those individually. Let's make sure the bearings are good, everything's working smooth. This unit has notched blades up front, along with smooth blades in the back. They are 20-inch notch smooth blades on that unit. So we're going to want to take a look at them. Again, backside here, just giving you another look at those torsioning rods there. But on those discs, the front discs are notched on this unit. The rear are smooth. This one, they are, again, 20-inch discs. So take a look at that when it comes to when we're measuring those out, when we should be replacing those. But the fronts, got to keep a close eye. They are at a 17-degree angle and the rears are at a 14 degree. So let's just take a look at that. We have on this unit, this one has the cage basket on the backside. There are bearings on the end. So let's take a look at those, make sure they are running smooth. The unit, when it runs in the field, obviously our depth is measured based off our front disc, and then our basket is helping hold up the back end. So want to make sure everything is running true, smooth to the backside there. Some of these units will have a rubber roller on the back, and on that rubber roller, there are, same thing, we got bearings on them, but also they have scrapers on them. So if you do have a unit with the rubber basket, make sure those scrapers are where they need to be, working appropriately, not too tight to that rubber roller, but also not loose enough where we're getting mud build up and everything going on there. Moving in, another one to look at. Now I'm just focusing in on the back one on the pivot of that basket, but on our pivot points, our main frame pivot points, there is a plastic bushing. Instead of a grease zerk or anything, these are greaseless here, but take a look at those. After some usage, we may start to see wear in here, and they may start to see play. So take a look at that when you're done using them. Make sure that we're not seeing any excess wear, and if we are, take a look at getting those replaced. So that is our quick walk around of the 2680H. Again, one of the highlights of this tool is it is a very simple tool, not a ton of maintenance on it. Yes, it is a high wear tool because we are running at high speeds. We got discs on it, but those discs are made to do the job they are. But again, just want to make sure we are doing a good walk around there, making sure it is prepped before we put it away. This tool can be used spring and fall, so it gives you a good time to get it done, taken care of before spring of next year. So if you have any other questions, concerns on this unit, be sure to talk to your salesman or get in touch with your service manager, and they can help you with any inspection information you may have or questions. Thank you.